Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So it is Saturday morning. I know the lighting in here sucks and I am also kind of looking down. It is what it is, right? So I'm having my cup of coffee, but I have a few new products that I've gotten recently and I wanted to be able to try them. I have my eye patches on right now, these Cica patches. I told y'all about them before. I get them on Amazon and they are great. So they don't slag down my face like a lot of the other ones do, and they are vegan. So I put these on in the morning. I absolutely love them. I put them on while I straighten my hair. I washed my hair last night and so my hair was super wavy and a mess. So I needed to straighten it this morning, but I finally, so for makeup, a lot of times I am the type of person that if I'm buying a new product, I want to be able to like touch it. I want to walk home with it. So I will purchase like repurchases online, but I don't like to purchase brand new items online because I'm horrible at returning, and what if I don't like it? So I like to be able to try that stuff, but my best friend has some Dibs and I see everybody using it, and I used hers and absolutely loved it. So they had a big sale recently, and so I finally bit the bullet and got some, and so I wanted to be able to try it. So I got they have this dual-ended stick. So you have your blush on one end and you have your bronzer on the other. How cool is that? Your contour. So, and this one is in the shade 3. It's called Spill the Tea. And the blush side is Full Deets. So I got that one. I also got a lip liner. I am obsessed with nude shades. And I'm always trying to find new options because, you know, places, as soon as you find something you love, they discontinue it. So I like to have backups, but anyway, just some quick updates while I unwrap this. I am still on the Wegovy. I'm doing okay on it. I'm on the highest dose. When I weighed yesterday, so when I started, I was around 220. When I weighed yesterday, I was 197. So, I mean, I still got some ways to go. I'm also looking down, but anyway, and no, I'm not like losing weight because I need to be skinny. I'm losing weight because I want to be comfortable in my own skin. I do not like when I can't find clothes that fit, or I find things that I love and I put them on and that's the highest size they go. So, I want to be able to buy things that I want to wear. A lot of times I cannot, you know, even simple things like people don't understand bras. When you get into a lot of the larger size bras, they give you 3 colors. You have white, black, and beige. How boring is that? So I have tried for a long time. That's another reason I want a reduction, is because I want to be able to wear more bras. Like, I know that probably sounds weird, but anyway. But so it's going well. I think my biggest hurdle with this is that I am not really hungry. So I have to remind myself to eat, because I could probably go the entire day without eating and not even blink an eye. So that's more my struggle. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel these off because, like I said, I've had them on now for probably 30 minutes. So I'm gonna take them off and then I kind of pat right here. But I will start with my skincare. So I do have a toner, but it's in another bag, so I'm not gonna pull that out. I'm the bad girl. Okay. So this morning I'm gonna start with this. I found it's called W7. I get it at HEB. I'm sure they have it other places too, because it's something from London. So very affordable. This was like $5, I think. So I put on this Vitamin C Serum first, and I did 2 pumps of that. And y'all, I have been getting so many compliments on my skin lately, which is so bizarre for me because I have always been the poster child for the skin that you do not want. So I know that what I'm doing with my skincare routine is working because other people are noticing it. So, and then I use this Snail Mucin. Y'all, you have to get past the fact of like what it is, okay? One pump is really all you need, but see, it's very, I didn't get that, okay, anyway. But it's very stringy, and so you gotta press that into your skin. It's very sticky, but you gotta like press it in. They tell you not to rub it all over your face, but one little pump is gonna be enough. And I had stopped using it, so I started using it and used it for about 3 or 4 days, and then I felt like I was getting all these like random breakouts, and I heard that some people just don't do well with Snail Mucin, so I stopped using it to see if that was my problem. And my face cleared up, but it may have just all been coincidence, I don't know, because I started using it again about a week ago. So I've been using it now for a little bit, and I have not had any more issues. So I'll keep using it until I have issues. This is a day cream from W7. So sometimes these pumps just don't like to work very well. Okay. And then I'm gonna rub all over. Neck. And then I have another W7 eye cream. So I just do one pump of that and dab under both eyes. And then I take my ring finger to dab it in because you don't want to dab heavily. I gotta remind myself, I have a tendency to like rub underneath there, and I know you're not supposed to, so I'm trying to do better with that skin because I do see how wrinkly and crepey it's getting, and that just grosses me out. So I'm just gonna rub very lightly because it's kind of thick. And then I'll put it up here. Okay. And then I have the ELF Daily Moisturizer. This has been fine for the morning. I've been using it now for several weeks, but I try to make sure, especially if I'm putting on makeup, that my skin is very hydrated. You know, it used to be super important because really wet and creamy products weren't the big thing in makeup. So using all those dry products on your face would really dry your skin out and also make it look very crepey. But now that we use mixtures of wet and dry products, and we wet beauty blenders and, you know, blend everything and set everything, it's a little bit better, but I still like to have that hydration. All right, and now the thing I can never forget is my SPF. This one's 50 because I am very fair skinned. I put this on every day, and I recommend you do too. Even if you're not wearing makeup, even if you're not going out, you want to have that habit created. Because working in oncology, y'all, skin cancer is real. Skin cancer is horrible. Not as many people are as lucky to be able to have something removed and then there's no problem. A lot of times with skin cancers now, we're catching it when, you know, people already have it metastasized to different organs. And by that point, it's very difficult to get under control. And it's very painful for people. So wear your sunscreen. It's something super easy to do. It's affordable. Just do it. I also have this W7 lip drink. Again, all of these W7, I hope that that's what it is, W7, but anyway, they're all very affordable. I feel like they are kind of coming in and cornering the market on kind of where ELF used to be, you know, because when ELF first came out, everything was $1, $3, and I think the most expensive thing was $5. So I think everything was like $1, $3, and $5. And now they've obviously gone way up in their price, but I like to hydrate ahead of time because my lips are very dry. It's got a roller ball on the end of it, and then I just to really hydrate that area. Okay, so now I'm ready to start my makeup. And let's see what we are gonna do first. So I am going to go in first with my primer. This one is by Essence. I get this at Ulta. I have tried, y'all, I had that, the grip stuff, this from ELF, that's supposed to be like the milk grip primer. I hate it. It is way too sticky for me. And so I feel like it's very like pore clogging for me. And I didn't feel like it did any major difference to my skin or to my makeup during the day. So I used it for a while and then said, forget it. And then I go in with this Pore Professional by Benefit. And you don't need a whole lot. I just get like a little bit because I'm only gonna put it in those areas like here, here, and around here on my nose, to really minimize those large pores that I have, so that way it's not as apparent with my makeup and stuff like that. So it also smooths everything out on here, so it looks a little blurred. I can very much see a difference when I use it and don't use it. So again, this lighting in here is horrible. We're talking about getting one of the mirrors that, like, we want to change out the big mirror and have it where the LED lights are all the way around it. So that, yes, please. All right, so let me get my beauty blender out and I'm gonna wet it down. So I do wash it out with soap first, just to get, I mean, when you put soap on that thing and lather it up and then start squeezing on it, you'll see all that makeup coming out of there. And that is gross. So you will be reminded. I also had one recently that tore in half and I washed it daily too. And I was shocked when I tore it in half how much makeup was stuck in the center of it. It was gross. And then to think like, oh, I'm putting that on my face every day. Okay, so I go in with like 1 or 2 pumps of this ELF Camo CC cream. It's light 210. I've told y'all before, like people who have followed along with me for a while know that I mix a whole bunch of stuff because I have just a difficult skin color to match. And over the years, I've just kind of figured out what works for me. This one is the IT CC Plus Illumination. I think I've told y'all before, this is not my favorite. I don't like it alone. I've used it alone before. But I didn't realize that they have one that doesn't have illumination. And so I'm wondering if maybe I just have too much, because I like to use the Lumi Glotion. I have 2 different ones depending on my skin color. And so I will put a little bit of that mixed in my makeup. And I'm wondering if maybe that's one of the reasons that I don't like the CC cream. But it didn't stay nice and flawless all day either. Okay, so I have all of that there. I'm just gonna mix it up really well. Mix, mix, mix. And then I pat it down on here. And then I just start patting on my face. So I had started doing the under eye Mary whatever technique where I build the bones underneath. But I started seeing like, yes, it looks great. However, I still have to build on top. And so I started feeling like it wasn't really worth it to take that time to do all of that underneath prep work, but still have to do it on top. So I just kind of stopped for time's sake and also for product saving. So I've just gone back to just putting my foundation on, and then I will go back and put it on after. So okay. Now I do everything on my face, including my eyelids, because for me, I feel like that builds a really nice palette for your eyeshadow, to be able to put that on my eyelids. And I will set it so that way it doesn't crease either, but I get underneath here. And then I've told y'all before, like one of the weird things that I do, and it works for me, it may not work for you, but sometimes it's hard when you're looking in the mirror and in the light to be able to see, oh, did I get everything? And so one of the things that I do is I look up at the mirror like this, and I can see, because this stuff is so shiny, you can see if there's spaces that maybe you didn't hit very well. It's hard to explain, but try it and you will see. And so I just kind of look around. Oh. Okay. Now I am done with that. Sorry, y'all will hear my kids screaming and probably some lawnmowers in the background because it is Saturday. All right. So now I am going to go ahead and get my concealer, and yes, I am still a Tarte Shape Tape girl. I've tried so many other ones. Like there's a lot of people, I think I have a NARS in there somewhere. That dried me out so bad. It was awful for me. Some people love NARS. And I think that when I went and had my makeup done for Cattle Barons, I think that she used NARS on me. And I mean, I think she's just a miracle worker anyway. But her name's Madi Lester, and she is just incredible with makeup. And so she used NARS. I did not have any issues that entire night. Like my makeup was so flawless the whole night. But obviously that's why she's a makeup artist, right? And I'm not. But I still have NARS living in there somewhere because I just haven't found a way to get it to not be drying and crusty on me. But anyway, where I'm going with that is the fact that I feel like I have just really fallen in love with Tarte Shape Tape. So I take this and I lightly blend these out with my brush. And this is one of those like Real Techniques, and it's a double-ended, and I use this one to kind of blend some of this out a little bit, and then I'll go and use my beauty blender. I like to get right in around my nose crease because I have the worst time with things creasing in my nose, and it'll look gross. So during the day, I'm constantly, every time I go to the bathroom and wash my hands, I'm constantly checking my nose crease, because it will get makeup all creased in there. It's gross. So so now I'm just gonna take this really quick and just press this all in. Just to be sure that it's nice and in there. Okay. Horrible sound. So then I take this Halo Glow setting powder. I need to find, so when Maddie was doing my makeup, she used like a pink setting powder first under my eyes, and it looked amazing. But I haven't really found one, so I need to find that. This one's just a regular light setting powder. It's almost empty. I have another one though, but I want to use all of this one first. And this one's got like a little, I think it's still an HD. No, oh no, this is just Halo Glow setting powder. I have an HD one, but it's one of those that like when you take a picture with it, you're like, oh my gosh, they have so much white under their eyes. So I haven't been using that one. So I take this and just press it in. And so see, you can see the difference, right? This one and this one, like this one's still super shiny, super creamy. This one's more matte now. So I'm just gonna press all of that into the areas that I put that concealer on to set it so that it does not crease. You want to set this stuff because I have had days where I've forgotten to set it, and yeah, it's a disaster. Also, I do my eyes last. So a lot of people do it the other way around. A lot of people will do their eyes first and then do their face, but I always do my eyes last. And so for me, I like to have that extra powder under here so that way it catches that fallout. So when I am ready to clean everything off, I can brush all that stuff away. Otherwise, like on the days that I forget to set with powder, I go to brush it off and everything's super sticky, and then all of that like fallout is blended into your under eye and looks horrific. So I feel like I need a little bit more of this, and it's just not working. So that's fine. I need to pull the other one out. Anyway, so the other one is this one, this ELF or ELF HD powder. I can probably use a little smidge of that. It's very shimmery, but I'd like to put some here just to catch that fallout, because I use dark colors on my eyes. It would be different, I think, if I used lighter colors, but since I do use dark colors on my eyeshadow, I want to be able to catch that fallout. Okay. Now, we are going to try our new Dibs stick. I'm so excited. Okay. So here's the contour. Smells good. So I'm gonna take, this one is I think this one's from Tarte, yeah. And this one's actually like a perfect color for me for during the day. So like at night I would use something darker, but during the day, this one's actually really good. I try not to rub too much when I'm doing this stuff because it can look really muddy. On the bottom I will, but not like on the face up here, because I want it to look like a clean contour. I'm really sorry, y'all, this lighting really does suck. One day I will have like an actual makeup table and I can do this for y'all, but right now we got what we got. All right, so this is the blush end. So I'm just gonna put this here. Ooh, that's perfect. It's so beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna take this one here, this new Dibs brush. So this one is great for powder. This one is great probably for whatever, I don't know. But I'm just gonna kind of blend that in there. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Now I'm gonna take, I use this cookie highlighter. Now I go back and forth with all of these. I have Jaclyn Cosmetics, I have Becca Cosmetics, I have this one, I have Tarte, I have ELF, I mean, but right now this is just what I'm using. I love it, it's a great glow. So on this one, I put it here on my nose. I put it on my Cupid's bow right here. And then I put it on my cheekbone. And then I use it on my lid all over. So it sets that ability to use powder, because remember I put the concealer and the foundation all over it earlier. So all right, so now we are ready to get started with the eyeballs. So right now for my eyebrows, I use NYX. This one is blonde. However, I did go by recently at Ulta I think it was taupe shade, because I did notice that when my makeup was being done the other day, Madi used this same pencil in taupe and it was amazing. So I did go buy that. I just haven't cracked it open yet. So it's time for me to start going through all this makeup again. I did that a long time ago. I think I did a video on it too, and I never posted it, going through trying all these things, but I got rid of a lot of old makeup. It was probably like over a year ago. But I'm sure that it's time to start kind of going through there again and cleaning some stuff out. And then I use this NYX Control Freak. I love this stuff. And then I just brush up to try to set them in place so that they aren't freewheeling it during the day. All right, so those are set and good to go. So right now for my eyes, I kind of use like a mixture of things, but I've really been sticking to this Tartlette in Bloom and Tartlette Energy palette. And then for my good shimmer, I use this. It's ColourPop La Mesa Super Shock Shadow. That one I use with my fingers. So this one has these really nice dark colors. This is the In Bloom one. So I'm gonna start with, I kind of go in with these three here. It's called Sweetheart, Smarty Pants, and Jet Setter. And then I just put it on the corner and all across. So I don't put it on my entire eyelid, but I go probably to like the middle of my lid right here and put it on, but I do put it across my entire crease. Because then I'm gonna use that to define later. So I go to like the middle of my eyelid, and then I do the entire crease. Can't believe Cattle Barons was 2 weeks ago today. Time really flies, like things are flying by right now. I have a lot of events coming up in October because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I am on the committee for something called In the Pink, where we raise funds for Project Mammogram, which is a nonprofit at my cancer center. And it helps provide mammograms and breast care services to women who are either underinsured or uninsured. And I say women, but it's also for men. We are seeing an increase in men with breast cancer. So men, if you're watching this, please know, or women who have men, please know that you are not immune, and that it's important to stay vigilant, especially if you have a family history of breast cancer. So, but anyways, we have a lot of like fundraising events leading up to that big event. And then the day after our big event, I'm going on a cruise with my mom and aunt. It'll be my mom's 71st birthday, and my aunt is just going through a lot right now with my uncle and his health. So we are gonna whisk her away for a little bit. And this will actually be the first trip I have ever gone on with my mom and my aunt. So I think it'll be so much fun. We laugh our asses off when we're together. We just have so much fun. So I'm very much looking forward to it. So now I take like a liner brush and I get those same 3 colors and I put them under my eye right here, because I don't use eyeliner. I used to use eyeliner like it was my best friend, and I stopped because so many people told me that it made me look a lot older and it made my eyes look smaller. So now if I'm doing something at night, it might be different, but for daytime things, okay. And then there's a color here called Rebel right next to it. So I will take that and just kind of put it also towards the middle and blend in the crease just a little bit, not all the way across. I don't want to look like a hooker during the day, so at night it's totally fine, but. So now what I'm gonna do is, it's the perfect time to take this. Now these shimmer colors do a lot better with your finger because the natural heat in your finger will help transfer that. So if you try to use a brush with this, it's not really gonna show up on here. See how it's up on my finger? So now what I do is I put it really all over my lid. And I pat it in there, don't rub. I'm gonna pat, pat, pat. Okay, you see it on there? Okay. And out towards the outer corner, it's not a big deal because I'm gonna go over it with a darker color anyway to really like define that area. So that part doesn't have to be perfect. But I do try to get it all over at least the inner part and most of my lid. Okay. So that part is donezo. And now I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna go to the Tartlette Energy palette. Oh my goodness, one of my colors just fell out everywhere. And they have this one called Serenity, and it's kind of like a burgundy-ish color. And that's the one that I like to put on the outer, just the outer corner, and right there. And yes, I'm gonna blend it, so don't come for me. But I like to make sure that it is. Oh, my kids are wired today. All right. So, I can't believe that fell apart, that stinks. So now I'm gonna go back into the In Bloom and just grab some of that Sweetheart color, which is the very light color, and just blend all this together. So there's no harsh lines. In this it looks really weird, but in real life it's not. So if y'all are looking at me crazy, that's probably why. And then I'm going to take one of these to do I'm gonna use Funny Girl down here. It's like a shimmery, pretty white color, cream color. And I put that on my inner corner. There's not much left in here, so it's kind of hard to get it out. And I put it on my brow up here. Right there. All right. So I am finished with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this one, and like I said, we're gonna take it and just kind of brush all of this fallout off. Beautiful. Okay. Next, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just gonna go through and push all of this in there. Just to kind of set it. And then I'm going to take, this one is NYX Bare With Me setting spray. And I will let that dry for a minute. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna put on some mascara. And then my lippies. So, lips today, I'm going to use this new Dibs lip liner that I got called On the Rose No Pressure Lip Liner. And then this one is a dupe for Pillow Talk. I have not gotten Pillow Talk because it is not my color. So I do have Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, I do have Pillow Talk. Sorry, lies. But it's, when it goes on me, it's very pink. So this one's kind of a dupe, but I like it better. So it's not as pink, it's more nudie. And then I have this Morphe Drip Glass Glazed in Polished Peach. I love this, it's so pretty. Okay, so I feel like I'm running out of this one. So I love this L'Oreal Voluminous. I've also been using this Double Trouble Essence, waterproof. I have to use waterproof all the time, y'all, because otherwise it runs everywhere. So I'll just put all of that on there. I think I have a new one of these in my backup. I have another one of the makeup drawers, and I keep all of my backups in there, so that way I try to watch when there are sales on things that I use all the time, and then I just go ahead and stock up on them, so that way I don't have to buy them at full price. I hate buying makeup at full price because it is so expensive. But I think I've told y'all before, like my grandmother was one of those people that's what she taught me. Like, I don't think she spent a lot of money on clothes or shoes, or, I mean, she had tons of them, but her thing was like, you find your bargains where you can, but you never skimp when it comes to makeup and skincare. So that's kind of how I grew up. And I think I told y'all before, like, she would buy my aunt and my mom their expensive makeup every year for Christmas. That was part of their thing because it just wasn't something that they would spend the money on, or, I mean, my mom for sure couldn't afford it, but it was important to my grandmother that they had good makeup, like quality makeup. So she was an Estee Lauder junkie. That's all she wore was Estee Lauder. And so it's interesting now that that's also part of my go-to. All right. So now that that is done, we will go ahead and do lips. So a lot of lip liners don't come out on me very dark, just because my lips are already a very nude color. I mean, right now I have that glossy stuff on, but But even when I don't have the gloss on, a lot of times lip liners don't show up on me very well because of the color of my lips, so. Rub that baby together. And then take and there you have it. So I'll come over here to the light maybe. So that's where we are. Better light over here, huh? But anyway, so now I am done. And now I gotta go deal with all the crazies out there. So, wish me luck. And I will see y'all again next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know your favorite products. Maybe there's some cool products out there that I haven't tried, I don't maybe know about. And I'd love to have that conversation. Bye, y'all.